Welcome to War India News Hour, an optimistic view into 2021. Optimism is about the future. It is not a blind positivity, nor is it naive. It is not seeing the glass as half full and ignoring the half of the glass that is empty. It is the ability to see the emptiness of half the glass while choosing to focus the fullness of the other half of the glass. It is the ability to see the good in the face of the bad. It is the practice of looking for the silver lining in any cloud. 2020 definitely gave us lots of half-empty things to see. However, this new year will be defined by our ability to see the half-full moments. Some of the silver linings and lessons that came out of 2020 will help us make 2021 a remarkable and inspiring year. Last year, we learned that no one had the emotional strength to avoid the pain of trauma, that is any trauma. And the way COVID-19 turned our lives upside down is absolutely a trauma, and the way in which people process trauma can be wildly different. There is no one way or right way for us to struggle, but we need to recognize that we must not and should not go through it alone. A swift lesson for 2021 is when we feel stress or strain, tell people, ask for help. We are much better able to cope when we do it in partnership with someone who cares about us. As important is to be there to love and support people, serving others is often one of the most inspiring and fulfilling things we can do in our lives. Let's look at today's headlines in War India. Some segments of the Indigo data servers were breached in December. The Indian low-cost and largest airlines Indigo stated that some of its servers were hacked earlier in the month of December and hackers might upload some internal documents on public platforms. We would like to make this disclosure that some of our servers were subject to a hijacking incident earlier this month. We are able to restore our systems in a very short span of time with minimal impact, said the airlines in an official statement. Airlines said that there were some segments of data servers that were breached, and therefore there is a possibility that some internal documents of the company may get uploaded by the hackers on public websites and platforms. We realize the seriousness of the issue and are continuing to engage with all relevant experts and law enforcement to ensure that the incident is investigated in detail, it added. Smart home devices leading hackers for swatting warns FBI. The US Federal Bureau of Investigation warned that the smart home security systems are being hijacked by the hackers by using stolen email passwords to live stream swatting incidents. Swatting is a hoax call to emergency services where the SWAT team is called home by reporting an immediate threat to human life. Recently, offenders have been using victims' smart devices, including video and audio-capable home surveillance devices, to carry out swatting attacks, FBI said in a public announcement. Swatting may be motivated by revenge, used as a form of harassment, or used as a prank, but it is a serious crime that may have potentially deadly consequences, FBI added. The FBI said it's working with smart device makers to address the issue. WhatsApp becomes inaccessible on older versions of Android and iOS smartphones. With WhatsApp getting a new update will prevent the messaging app from working on millions of phones running iOS 9 or Android 4.0.3 operating systems. Older Android and iPhone devices will not support the latest version of the app. Therefore, millions of smartphone users who are currently using the messaging app would not be able to access WhatsApp effectively from January 1st, 2021 onwards. Some users of older devices will be able to access WhatsApp by updating to the latest software. Farmers' protest costs Delhi and neighbouring states Rs 27,000 crore losses, said CAIT. Delhi and its neighbouring states of Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab and Rajasthan have suffered a loss of about Rs 27,000 crores due to the ongoing farmers' protests over the 3 Farm Law, the Confederation of All India Traders, that is CAIT, has said. The roads connecting the national capital to many states are closed and the supply of goods coming from Punjab and Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra and other states of the country has been adversely affected. Every day, about 50,000 trucks come to Delhi carrying goods from different states and about 30,000 trucks carry goods outside the capital. A critical vulnerability found in Zyxel patch. Zyxel has released a patch to address a critical vulnerability in its firmware concerning a hard-coded, undocumented secret account that could be abused by an attacker to log in with administrative privileges and compromise its networking devices. The flaw, tracked as CVE 2020-29583, that is CVSS score 7.8, affects version 4.60 present in a wide range of Zyxel devices including Unified Security Gateway, that is USG, USG Flex, ATP and VPN firewall products. Sonia Gandhi alleges Modi government as arrogant government in power, demands withdrawal of the 3 farm laws. Congress President Sonia Gandhi slammed the Modi government as the first arrogant government in power in independent India that is blind to the pain and struggle of farmers who are protesting against the 3 farm laws in harsh winters and demanded that the new farm laws be immediately withdrawn unconditionally. Gandhi alleged that ensuring profits to its handful of industrialists appeared to be the main agenda of this government. There is still time. The Modi government should leave the arrogance of power and immediately withdraw the 3 black laws unconditionally to end the agitation of the farmers who are dying in the cold and rain. This is Raj Dharma and the true tribute to the farmers who have lost their lives, Sonia said. Lenovo tablets to be manufactured in India. Due to an increase in demand from the education segment and large enterprises, the PC maker Lenovo expects to grow by 25 to 30% to meet 50% of India's requirements by 2021. The company is planning to increase laptop manufacturing facility by about 10 times at its Puducherry facility. Lenovo is also planning to start manufacturing of tablets in India through an original design manufacturer, its India CEO and MD Rahul Agrawal said. However, the growth may decline in the next financial year, Rahul Agrawal told, adding that the company has always grown in double digits and will continue to maintain the trend. Massive data dump on the dark web, data leaked from JustPay server. According to the independent security researcher Rajshekhar Rajaharia, data of 10 crore credit and debit card holders in the country is being sold for an undisclosed amount via cryptocurrency Bitcoin on the dark web. The data has been leaked from a compromised server of Bengaluru-based digital payments gateway JustPay. No card numbers or financial information were compromised and the actual number is much lower than the 10 crore figure being reported, JustPay said. Bitcoin surges to $34,000 mark for the first time. World's largest cryptocurrency Bitcoin worth has jumped to a record high to $34,000 on the 12th anniversary of the Bitcoin network being created. The currency gained as much as 9.8% to $34,792.48 before slipping to about $33,500. It advanced almost 50% in December when it reached $20,000 for the first time. The currency will be on the road to $50,000 probably in the first quarter of 2021, said Antonio Tredenchev, managing partner and co-founder of Nexo in London, which bills itself as the world's biggest crypto lender. Institutional investors returning to their desks this week will likely boost prices further after retail buying over the holidays, he said. 4G to be launched in India on 26th of January. PUBG Mobile's comeback in India is still uncertain, but its much-awaited homegrown rival 4G finally has got a launch date. The Fearless and United Guards, that is 4G, are finally coming to our mobile devices later this month. The game's developer has not only confirmed the 4G launch date but also shared a new cinematic video which gave a closer look at the gameplay, combat styles and weapons. A big lesson learned last year was that we can have multiple, sometimes conflicting emotions at the same time. We can feel sad and optimistic simultaneously. We do not have to feel guilty about having feelings of hope and optimism when surrounded by sadness. Though we are saddened when we think about lost family members and lost livelihoods, at the same time we should feel inspired when we think about the stories of courage, ingenuity and love. Regardless it came our way. That humility we feel is gratitude. Regardless of how we experienced 2020, we all have something to be grateful for. Every one of us can feel humbled by the love we received, the support we got, the lessons we learned for the people who were there when we needed them most. And when we feel gratitude, we are better able to feel optimistic. I am grateful for the amazing friends who have been there for me throughout 2020. I am grateful how much time I got to spend with my family. I am grateful for my team and how we rallied to pivot our business and reinvent ourselves. And most of all, I am grateful how so many people came together to support, look after and serve others with no expectations of anything in return. I leave 2020 filled with gratitude and a feeling of optimism for 2021. Wishing everyone a happy, healthy and inspiring new year. Take care of yourselves and others as well. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.